Christmas with GBN comes to you compliments. Ace Hardware, Hubbard's, Flow, Grenada Duty Free, Answer Courtins, and Banfield's Grenada.
Christmas is here, and this year Real Value IGA Supermarket is bringing you a season of savings. From tasty hams, favorite fruits, and even bacon ingredients, we have everything you need to make this Christmas special without breaking the bank. Enjoy massive discounts on all your favorite items starting December 1st. Get the best deals on all your holiday favorites only at Real Value IGA Supermarket. But wait, that's not all. This year Real Value IGA Supermarket is spreading holiday more cheer. Our loyal frequent shoppers will get a chance to win $500 in groceries every week until Christmas. Imagine what $500 in groceries can do for you this Christmas. More savings, more celebration, and more of everything you love. At Real Value IGA Supermarket, let's make your Christmas even brighter. This Christmas, come experience the joy of saving while you celebrate. The season of saving is upon us at Real Value IGA Supermarket, your go-to supermarket for everything Christmas.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Ace and Napper means getting help when you walk through the door. Ace and Napper is variety and quality at the right price. Ace and Napper has everything you will need for the household, for your lawn and patio. Even the highest quality paints, beautifying your home inside and outside. Just the right building supplies you need. And Napper providing the best in automotive supplies and accessories. The guarantee is we are so much more than a hardware store. Ace and Napper on the Morris Bishop Highway and Cross Street in the city. Ace will always be the helpful place.
It's almost that magical time of year, and everyone's pitching in to make it unforgettable. This holiday season, even the little ones are rolling up their sleeves. With every brushstroke, every splash of color, we're crafting memories that will shine for a lifetime. Make this Christmas even more festive with Berger. Enjoy up to 40% off selected items and enter for a chance to win big, up to $1,000. To enter, purchase any Berger product nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Christmas just looks better with Berger.
I'm Stacia Blake with GBN News. From all of us here at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, we wish you and your family a joyous holiday season filled with peace, love, and happiness. Thank you for continuing to make GBN our nation's #1 newscast. It's been our honor throughout 2024 to bring you timely updates of local and international news, and we'll continue to earn your trust as we move into 2025. We wish our beautiful island nation God's continued protection as we move forward as one people who are on one journey with one future. Happy holidays from the GBN News team.
Coming up, it's the season for love as this movement makes a difference for yet another year. The food we're serving, cocktails flowing, and the rhythms ongoing. Welcome everyone to a truly joyous edition of Caribbean Passport. It's all next on this station.
Hello everyone, here is an invitation to join me this and every Sunday until December 22nd for Yuletide Sundays, GBN TV and K105 FM from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we feature the best in traditional Christmas music and the opportunity to win great gifts including cakes, hams, and a range of beverages. Yuletide Sundays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. until December 22nd. Compliments Grenville Credit Union, Grenada Paper Products, Carries the Light, and Vibe Iris Drinks Hard Seltzer.
holiday seasons are upon us. The makers of Grenada's #1 premium rum are ready to grant your Christmas rum wish. Enter our Dear Clark's Court Christmas promotion for a chance to win. Every purchase of 3 750 milliliters bottles of Clark's Court products grants the customer an entry into the Dear Clark's Court promotion. The customer must complete their letter that will be provided asking Clark's Court to grant their Christmas rum wish. On the wish list, the customer will ask for 1 bottle of product of their choice that they want Clark's Court to grant them for the season. After the customer completes their letter, it will be placed in a box to be drawn on the selected promotion dates. Every product will be available on the wish list with the exception of Clark's Court 50th anniversary rum. The promotion will run at Nick's Barrel House and on all authorized Clark's Court sales then only. This promotion will feature 6 draws that will be announced on our social media pages. Enter today for a chance to let Clark's Court grant your rum wish. Drink responsibly. Must be 18 years and older to enter.
Hello, everybody. My name is Renee Goodwin, and I am the marketing manager here at True Blue Bay Resort. And I am so excited to invite you all to join us every Thursday on GBN, starting from November 7th, as we count down to the holiday season, right here at True Blue Bay Resort, Grenada's best family-friendly resort for visitors and locals.
I tell you, Godfrey.
No. You see, before I say morning, you see how them fellas in master. Who working in master control now?
No, God.
I want to know working in master control now.
And it's 2 of them today.
Who is it 2 of them?
2 people.
Dorian, I know.
Dorian and his friend.
No, I have a serious problem with the word friend.
Yeah.
No, some people,
we lose it to lose.
Some people believe that is my favorite word.
Friend?
Friend.
Why?
No, not friend. There's a difference. Friend. You have friend and you have friend. Now, when you're an aristocrat, you say friend.
Right.
When you're a Grenadian, you say friend.
Okay. What's the difference?
Well, you is my friend.
Is that a good friend or the bad friend? You always try to trick somebody.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's a surprise to see me here. Well, guess what? Let me find the right word. I was what?
Co-opted?
No, not blackmail. You know, not blackmail.
Co-opted.
But you know. Anyway, let me leave that alone. It's just such a pleasure to be here. I'm not usually here in the morning, but it's a real pleasure because it's Christmas. And of course, by now, I think everybody know how I feel about Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. I love it. I love everything about Christmas. In fact, I always say, Christmas time, somehow, I just like everybody. You know, Christmas does that. John, what about you?
It is my favorite time. There is no other time of the year you get me to wear this. No, I promise you. This is a Christmas hat. Once you see that, you know it's December, it's a festive season. As you say, it's a time for joy, a time for sharing, a time for forgiveness, Godfrey. A time for friendships, renewal. It's a preparation for the new year. It's a very, very special time. It's a time we celebrate the birth of God, of Jesus. A time we celebrate the birth of Janelle. It's a time we celebrate ham and cake and lots of good things. So
and all kind of wonderful things.
Yeah, it's like a magnificent month.
It is indeed. Well, folks, I tell you what, I'm here. Jan is here.
Graphix is over there.
Graphix is on the other side.
And
Graphix,
you all out there.
Graphix, where you? Where Graphix?
Graphix, good morning.
Let me see Graphix.
Graphix been giving us some real nice soca parang for the whole morning.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Wonderful.
Graphix been keeping the vibes going.
So I tell you something, folks. Jan, you know what? I feel real good.
Yeah?
Let me give away something.
So early?
Why not? But you just said Christmas is a time for sharing and giving and all kind of things.
Listen.
I want to give away something.
I like it, eh? But before we do, we will. Before we do, though, Godfrey, I just want to say good morning to our sponsors. We have some really fantastic people with us making the season even more special. So we have to say good morning to them.
I could work with you on that.
Yeah.
I could work with you there.
I will just say this, folks. If people are outside, you saw what the traffic is like.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I had a difficult time getting up here.
And I keep telling people, we know where all the deals are. All our partners, they have specials. And we talk about specials, Godfrey. Not people who just pull off the tag and, trying to trick you into buying something at the same price and just saying sale. That's not the case. Our sponsors, they've really gone all out to make sure you have the best products at the best prices and a chance to win lots for the season. I was trying to count it and I'm getting almost $30,000, Godfrey. People could win just by staying tuned to us and following our sponsors, right?
Most definitely. I mean, look, and you talking here just about this segment.
Yeah.
Let's just extend to the actual GBN Christmas promotion.
Tell me about. I hear you give away ham yesterday.
I
hear you give away ham yesterday, boy.
Boy, let me tell you this, and let me tell you something. You know what, Fred? Remember the ham yesterday, boy?
What happened?
One lash and I lose the ham.
Serious? Well, I always tell you, all listeners, they are on point. They pay attention. You can't catch them easy. So
I sit down. Well, I mean, we had two gifts yesterday. We had a beautiful hamper, compliments Greener Paper products,
right.
Paper towels, napkins, toilet tissues, the different brands, lovely. And so we had the little trivia for that one in order.
Right.
But throughout the course of the program, I kept thinking, and I was working with a question. I figure, boy, I want that ham roll over to the next program because I have a next ham to give up. So I say, I have a question locked down. And when I drop the question, one lash of phone my ham gone.
Yeah. They pay attention. You can't catch them easy. They pay attention. And you always tell them it pays to listen. They follow.
Let me tell you something. That call her ham me,
Yeah.
She do a lot of ham to me.
No, she get through. Nice
and let me tell you something. It is one of our most loyal, and that's the beautiful thing. That's what I loved about it. In fact, the only thing I love about it, because I didn't want my ham go so early. And I know she sit down home and she laughing, eh? But it's one of our most loyal listeners. So I have to say a big good morning, hi, hello, welcome to the village of Woburn in St. George. Woburn, good morning. In fact, these days I've been passing through Woburn quite often because
a lot of
work,
us,
a lot of the work going on. So we go through Woburn. And of course we had another wonderful listener from Grandance who won our paper product hamper yesterday.
So outside cleaner, boy.
Yeah.
Clean up.
The place nice. The place
I wonder if somebody in the north would win something today. Well, we'll see. But Godfrey, I was going to highlight our sponsors. I mean,
so let's go back to that.
Really fantastic partners. Ace Hardware. Have you been to Ace?
Of course I've been to Ace.
And you've seen the specials?
Of course I've seen the special.
The decorations.
In fact,
home appliances.
In fact, I have to go back to Ace today.
Right.
When I leave here, I'm going, maybe after lunch, I have to go back to Ace. I got to go talk to my good friend Theron and see, but there's some things in there that I need to get. When you start talking about Ace, or you're going there and you, listen, the thing about Ace, when you go in there, make sure, and although they have the great specials and the great deals and the discounts, have a little thing in your pocket, because let me tell you something. They've got some really exciting stuff that you won't be able to control yourself.
You go for one, you're leaving with 5.
And mind you, even though you do that, it will be money's well spent, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, quality.
Most definitely.
Godfrey, we also have Flow. And if you thought Black Friday deals were crazy, Cyber Monday deals are on. You can activate a 7 or a 30-day plan online and you get up to 30 gigabytes extra data.
That is a lot of gigs.
That's hello. You know what you're doing? You could talk to everybody around the globe.
That is a lot of gigs.
Listen, you top up $20 or more online or using the MyFlow app and you get 3 times bonus credit and 2 times data. So Cyber Monday is on.
Question. Yeah. What they have for people like me who on a what you call the plan?
What do you have?
What are you paying every month?
You're already paying. That's like a a monthly subscriber.
What you call that? Post or pre?
Post.
Right.
You're on a post. Listen, other ways. So they have more. Let me tell you, I was going to go through one by one, but they have a lot happening.
There's so much happening.
No, they make it exciting, and you have different users. So you have like fixed internet. You have you have TV users. Lots for everybody. The postpaid mobile offers. You switch to Flow, or you sign up for a new service, and you get a discount on phones as low as $100, or Godfrey, grocery vouchers up to $400. Yeah?
That's exciting.
And plus, that's not all. You get a chance of weekly prizes. And guess what's the grand prize? Take a guess.
The grand
prize. You get a chance to win that. What people like the most?
What do they like the most?
What people like the most? Cash.
Generally? Well, I mean, yeah, I know. I was thinking in terms of the amount.
Yeah.
You want to guess that?
Take a guess. I give you one shot.
$10,000.
But you copying, boy. You copying bad.
let me tell you something. Bad. I specialize in copy. You know. At time when I go to school, I copy somebody's name and all. You know.
I can see how that happens. I can see.
Yeah, but you see how 4 eyes.
Listen, that's just part of it, right? You sign up for a new prepaid service. That's where you top up, like whenever you feel to top up. You get a chance for a new TCL 501 at $199. And that's a proper phone for $199. Unlimited anywhere minutes, 40 gigabytes of data, and unlimited WhatsApp. Godfrey, that's just a few. I'm going to tell you a little bit more later. I just want to highlight all the sponsors before we move on. We want to say thank you and good morning to Grenada Duty Free. Right, the specials are on. They continue up to 30% store-wide. You get the best food. You had to smell good. Lots of events. You go in and mingle with people, your co-workers, and friends and family, loved ones for the season. You had to go not just looking good, but smelling good.
What is your favorite fragrance, girl?
La Vie. Any day, all day. La Vie. Yeah. That's my scent. That's my scent. And when you smelling good, your house had to be looking good. So Answer Coatings, they have the best paints. They mix it to the colors that you like. And listen, the shabby shack one coat of paint.
And you're good to go.
Well,
I always say, these people, they are responsible for adding color and life to the world. I mean, when you look at some of the... And let me tell you something. They can create your color.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you that because anybody tell me that.
Firsthand.
If you go to that place now, well, no, I can't say it. Next thing...
You told us last year and I forgot.
Next thing, I see my color on somebody's house. But they actually created a color for me.
And you can go back the next year and get your color to do touch-ups. I mean, that's a plus.
In fact, that color copyrighted, so nobody can take it. Yeah.
You tell them only you could use that color?
Well, that is the name of the color. That is the name.
I'm going today by assistance and ask for Godfrey color.
Is the name of the color. So you can't.
And I've just put in one wall alone in Godfrey color. Just one wall.
Copyright.
Yeah, one wall in Godfrey color.
Copyright. Just remember, when you're doing that, just remember that word. Copyright. Yeah.
We want to say good morning to the folks at Country Cold Store and Godfrey. They have a massive promotion going on at Country Cold Store as well. A chance to win. Let me tell you, I wrote it down because I was like, what? I didn't want to forget. I wrote it down separate. If you shop at Country Cold Store, you spend $250 for a chance. At least. You could spend more if you like because there's a lot of things to buy. You like meats and hams and all the goods frozen stuff are there. And the shopping spree, the first place, Godfrey, it starts at $1,800. Second place, $700 shopping spree. Third place, $500 shopping spree. And once you shop between now and the 20th of December, you have a chance to be in to win when you shop at Country Coast. So they're in Pedmota. Is that Pedmota?
Yeah. Pedmota.
That little road. Is it actually Pedmota? Is that Chamfleur? I tell people it is. I don't know if it is, but I tell people it is. That little road inside my Country Coast store.
Look, we want people. No, as a matter of fact, if you're on Pedmota Main Road, you've seen it right there.
Yeah, it's right on the main road.
You can't go
around
wrong.
The corner, right?
So, I mean, the thing about Country Coast is such a home name that even if you tell somebody Country Coast is somewhere else, then bother with you, because everybody knows Country Coast and where Country Coast is located.
I still feel that Chamfleur Road inside there, and it takes you somewhere. So it's the entrance to somewhere.
So,
yes. But Pedmota.
Country Coast. By Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis. Original. Yeah. You can't go wrong.
Once you say James Lewis, you're sorted.
You can't go wrong. Yeah. You cannot go wrong at all.
And I mean, he's a pillar in the community. We want to say good morning to Grenville Credit Union, Godfrey.
Well, let me tell you something.
No, before you tell me, somebody tell me that you qualify for the bus store. And I was arguing and saying, no, Godfrey don't reach there yet.
But everybody qualifies for the bus store.
No, they say it's for seniors, and the person say, I say, Godfrey qualify for this bus store. Tell Godfrey.
In fact, let me tell you, as we speak, I just got some footage here from Mr. Devon Charles, the general manager of Grenville Credit Union, regarding the bus store. And folks, just stay tuned to GBN television and radio. And of course, before, hopefully after midday, you would see that image or that ad on television, because it's out telling you about the bus store. Last year, we had a live link up on Yuletide Sunday with the folks on the bus tour. And let me tell you something. It was just fantastic. It was just fantastic. So they promise that this year will be bigger and better. So,
So do you qualify? You evaded that question skillfully.
What question?
That you qualify for the bus tour.
I mean, of course I'm qualified. I'm a member.
You're a member.
I am a member.
So all members and seniors? I thought it was just seniors.
Hold on, let me put that properly. I'm not I'm a member. I am a proud member of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union.
Right.
So I qualify.
Based on being a member?
Yes.
I thought it was just for seniors, though. And we're talking about the same bus tour that's happening on the 8th of December.
Yeah.
The one that is leaving at 9:30 in the morning at the headquarters at Jubilee Street. That same bus tour.
Let me tell you something.
Just verify.
Listen to me. Yes, I am a senior. Right, of course.
Right.
You know what that means?
No.
Know your role and have some respect for big people.
No, and I will call you Mr. Godfrey.
That's
Mr.
right.
Godfrey. And Godfrey, a plus, right? We're catering to seniors primarily. I know other members like yourself will go, but there's going to be a medical team on board as well to make sure everything goes well. Some people get excited, just being out of the house, on a bus tour, seeing all the beautiful sights, because we do live in the most beautiful spot in the world. I said it.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
A medical team is going to be on board, making sure everybody's okay. And you just have nice, clean fun. We want to say good morning as well to Real Value IGA Supermarket. And they launched a massive campaign yesterday as well, Godfrey. Yeah, man. You shop, and it's not just for in-store customers. It's for in-store customers. It's for online customers. You shop, and you get a chance to win $500 vouchers weekly.
$500 weekly.
So we told you, we were saving you time. No need to be going crazy, running all over the place trying to find the best deals. The best deals, if you ain't here, it's probably a fraud. It's not happening, right? We make sure when you go out and you congest the traffic, it's for a good reason. You know where you're going and you know what you're getting. So Godfrey,
well, let me tell you something, Jan. That real value thing you talk about there, $500 weekly. I think you mix up the word,
But what I said wrong?
It can be weekly. You have to be strongly. I mean, if you have $500, $500 strongly.
Strongly. Strongly. Sorry, let me rephrase. Every 7 days.
Well, that sounds better. But if you're talking $500, it can be weak.
It can be. It's not weak. No. It's strongly. Every 7 days.
Every 7. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
When you say it properly. No.
But of course,
you're not sending the wrong messages. Strongly.
Yeah, you see, remember, and when you're dealing with mainstream media, now of course there's all social media and all of that, and we know them things, they're real noisy.
They're noisy, boy.
But when it comes to authentic, factual information, mainstream media still remains number one.
You got to pick the right words.
You have to pick the right words. You have to know what you're saying. So, words like strongly, and so you have to know when to put them into context and everything like that. But, John, I want to play some music, man. You have a tune I like this.
You promised us a giveaway. We get excited and everybody.
Yeah, I will give away the giveaway when we finish.
Okay.
So, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a song, folks, and we're coming back and we're going to give away something. Here we go. It's a nice parang from the lady Candy K. When we parangin'. There we go. The lady Candy K, when we parangin'. In fact, that's something from last year, you know. Just Cliff production. Only on K105 FM. GBN Christmas, it doesn't come any better, folks. It doesn't.
No, some else is welcoming. Some of the six and years comparing. Nobody inside, but we do the people. The place that I'm fighting it. We parang.
John, you like that parang?
Yeah, man. Proper thing.
Proper parang. Graphix, what man, Graphix?
I see Graphix just flashing and he flash up. Graphix, you're going on over there, man. Graphix just taking in the vibes, man.
Folks, remember, once you tuned in, you have the opportunity to win great gifts. As a matter of fact, on all our programs, a lot of wonderful things happening with our partners. And of course, we have some really generous partners on board. They ain't greedy. They ain't greedy at all. January partners, they're nice. They're generous.
We actually, last week, Joe, did I tell you Joe is out of the state? Joe is out of the state for a while, paranging in the... Where is that? Is that the I know directions, but he ain't there. He ain't there.
All right.
I'm going to tell you location when I figure out what point he's at. But on Friday, he actually went to Country Cold Store to find out a bit more about that mega promotion they were launching. Master Control, could we get that now? It's a very short video. They say we're not wasting time. We just want to get straight to the point. I think it's under 3 minutes. Let's find out about the Country Cold Store mega promotion that was launched where you can win big for the season. Let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Samantha. I am the marketing officer at the Country Cold Store, and we are so excited here to partner with the GBN. And of course, there is so much in store this holiday season. And just to let everyone know, we are having our promotion, our Christmas Shop to Win or Shop and Win promotion. It is on and it is here, and we are so excited to give back. And definitely, of course, this promotion takes place within our wholesale department, which of course, customers shopping and spending $250 or more, they will automatically qualify to participate in our Shop and Win promotion. So of course, spend $250 or more, and of course you will be receiving a ticket in which you will need to put in your name and phone numbers, and of course just drop it in the respective box. And of course, here at the Mini Mart, we do have a second promotion as well, where our customers can spend $100 or more in shopping items, and of course they will be entitled to participate as well in the promotion. So of course we will be having 3 lucky winners from the Mini Mart, and that will be 3 lucky winners from the Mini Mart. Our first prize winner will be winning a $600 shopping spree. Our second place winner will be winning a $250 shopping spree, and of course our third place winner will be winning a $150 shopping spree. So here at the Country Cold Store, we have so much in store to offer, from our hams, our frozen turkeys, our turkey roast, our picnics, our dried and salted picnics, as well as hams, and a wide selection of our frozen meats. So we cannot forget items such as our frozen lamb products. We also have goat meat. We have our beef, which of course you can get those items sliced or diced. And of course, we do have our pork options as well. So we thank you so much for joining us again here at the Country Cold Store, where we are located in Pedmata in St. David. Happy holidays and season's greetings to everyone.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. That was the marketing officer of the Country Cold Store sharing some great information with us. And of course, we encourage you to visit the Country Cold Store, be part of the promotion, and of course, you get a chance to win big as always. All our partners have been doing that, sharing, ensuring that every one of us are able to be part of that whole Christmas vibe, feel the Christmas spirit and, everything. And so we continue. Coming up next, we have a goodly gentleman joining us, Mr. Brian Grimes. We will be with him in just a moment. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be chatting with Brian Grimes from the Department of Cooperative. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Ace and Napper means getting help when you walk through the door. Ace and Napper is variety and quality at the right price. Ace and Napper has everything you will need for the household, for your lawn and patio. Even the highest quality paints, beautifying your home inside and outside. Just the right building supplies you need. And Napper providing the best in automotive supplies and accessories. The guarantee is we are so much more than a hardware store. Ace and Napper on the Morris Bishop Highway and Cross Street in the city. Ace will always be the helpful place.
almost that magical time of year, and everyone's pitching in to make it unforgettable. This holiday season, even the little ones are rolling up their sleeves. With every brushstroke, every splash of color, we're crafting memories that will shine for a lifetime. Make this Christmas even more festive with Berger. Enjoy up to 40% off selected items and enter for a chance to win big, up to $1,000. To enter, purchase any Berger product nationwide. Terms and conditions apply. Christmas just looks better with Berger.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Christmas is here, and this year, Real Value IGA Supermarket is bringing you a season of savings. From tasty hams, favorite fruits, and even bacon ingredients, we have everything you need to make this Christmas special without breaking the bank. Enjoy massive discounts on all your favorite items starting December 1st. Get the best deals on all your holiday favorites only at Real Value IGA Supermarket. But wait, that's not all. This year, Real Value IGA Supermarket is spreading holiday more cheer. Our loyal frequent shoppers will get a chance to win $500 in groceries every week until Christmas. Imagine what $500 in groceries can do for you this Christmas. More savings, more celebration, and more of everything you love. At Real Value IGA Supermarket, let's make your Christmas even brighter. This Christmas, come experience the joy of saving while you celebrate. The season of saving is upon us at Real Value IGA Supermarket, your go-to supermarket for everything Christmas.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. It's a GBN Christmas, or Christmas at GBN, however you want to put it. Hey, we are in the season, and we are on the network, and we're having fun, doing a lot of wonderful things. Well, we have a very distinguished gentleman with us this morning, Mr. Brian Grimes, and of course, well, most people probably know him as Mr. Union Leader, but this morning he's here in a different capacity from the Department of Cooperatives, and the department, they've had this initiative ongoing, of course, where they encourage people to form into cooperatives and, of course, provide support, assistance. So, for example, if you have a group of people who want to get into a cooperative, you can visit or call that department and they will provide all the assistance that you require to ensure that what you're doing is done properly and that you get all the benefits. Brian, good morning and season greetings to you, my friend. How are you doing?
All right. Good morning to you, Godfrey, and good morning to your listeners and to your viewers across the Tri-Island State and, of course, the diaspora, because you listen to all over the world.
Yes.
And I'm here in my capacity as the Senior Cooperative Officer at the Department of Cooperatives, and I'm very pleased to be here. We have been doing the Cooperative Spotlight over the past few weeks and using your fantastic platform to get in touch with people so that they can know all about cooperatives. In fact, you will be my third person interview, and I think we did Joseph Kado, JC. We did GT.
Right.
And now we're doing you.
Yeah. Just before you go, as a matter of information, just in case someone, so they heard the Department of Cooperatives, but which ministry are you associated with?
Right, that's a good question. We are under the Ministry of Economic Development, Planning, Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, Marine Resources, and Cooperative. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
So let's just say agriculture. Okay. And our minister is Minister Honorable Lennox Andrews. Yes.
Right. So let's talk about it. I mean, I have not been too privy with some of the previous conversations you had.
Yes, I
but
know.
But of course, the Department of Cooperatives, as you hear it, it sort of gets things ticking in your ears.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So from previous discussions and to where we are now, I'm sure there is a methodology or a plan that you have in putting the information out there.
Of course.
So, and we coming close to the end of the year now. Let's talk about where you are and, what can we expect going forward in terms of plans for the department.
Yes. Yes, Godfrey. So as I stated earlier, we had a series of programs and everything was built up chronologically. We discussed the first week, bylaws, membership. Then we discussed capital and funds of the society. Then we went on to the types of meetings that the cooperatives would have. And we also touched on the powers and duties of the board. Then we went to financial disclosure and audit. Then we went to receiver managers, and the last topic we did was dissolution, and today is a continuation. So those topics, everything has been connected.
Right.
The last couple topics, meaning financial disclosure and audit, we spoke about the ins and outs of the managing the finances of the cooperative. Then we had the receiver managers, where those entities come in when things are not so well with the financial health of the cooperative. And when things are really, really bad and the receiver manager cannot get anything, a positive turnaround with the cooperative, it leads to the dissolution of the cooperative. In other words, the organization, the business model is wound up, assets are sold, you have a liquidator involved in that process. And so today we continue that conversation. And I think today what we're going to touch on is what cooperatives can do to avoid dissolution. So that's where we are.
Right. Brian, just before we go, and I beg your pardon, but something you said that kind of sparked some interest there. You spoke about the receiver and all of that. And we've heard these terms in Grenada before, receivership and all of these things. I believe a lot of people do not understand that. Just briefly break it down for us. So a business runs into problem and it has to go into receivership. Just explain that briefly for us.
Right. So with us, our department is run by a registrar, right? And that individual, that person oversees everything in terms of the department, leads on matters. So we have also field officers who go out there to ensure all is well with the respective cooperatives. And when things don't go well in terms of the feedback from those field officers, situations may occur where the registrar might have to call in a receiver or a receiver manager. There is a slight difference in that the receiver manager has a little bit more powers in terms of the assets of the cooperative they go into that process of receivership with. But basically, to summarize it, these are entities or persons that are called to look after the assets, they look after the finances of a cooperative when things are not in order. either the board is not doing well in terms of the financial management of the cooperative. So they come in, make sure, readjust things, readjust their strategy, possibly their marketing, put all the finances in order to try to build it back to some level of compliance as far as the Cooperative Societies Act is concerned.
Okay, all right.
So the fundamental difference here is the receiver will probably just look at the books and make suggestions, but the receiver manager will actually take control of the cooperative instead of the board of directors. So that's the fundamental difference, but I guess you get the gist of that.
Yeah, I do. But also quickly, in terms of the receiver or receiver manager, who appoints that person? Or if it's the cooperative, how do you go about selecting someone to take up that responsibility? Because from what I'm understanding, that person must be able, as you said, to get things back to almost normal so business can continue.
Right.
Do you, and when I say do you, meaning the cooperative, do you find that person and how do you determine that will be the right person to do the job?
All right, so that's a good question. Generally, the registrar is in charge of that selection. This document, the Act, Cooperative Societies Act number 8 of 2011, the registrar, whoever it is, him or her, has sweeping powers. You know, a lot of powers to do things similar to, let's say, a commissioner of police in the RGPF. So, as I stated earlier, that falls in terms of, okay, do we go to receivership? Because sometimes you have cooperatives, they are not functioning as they should in terms of overall compliance. But receivership, going into receivership is a very serious, stance to take when you pivot to that. So you have to make sure that is the right decision. And the person who is the registrar, that's somebody who has a lot of experience, more than likely, who has a lot of wisdom in evaluating these things. They will make that evaluation, select somebody who is, has a good reputation, wherever they are, wherever they operate, make sure that they have a level of accreditation to do their job, and then they hire them. The cooperative society normally pays in that situation, and then we go from there. So, for example, in the past, we have used the Grenada Cooperative League as a receiver manager in cases where things are not well with a particular cooperative.
Okay, good. I got you.
All
right. So you have that happening. Let's say a company goes bad. You bring in a receiver or receiver manager, whatever it is, to sort of get things back, and that has not worked. The next point is what? The solution?
Yes, exactly. And we spoke up about that at length last week with GT. And the solution is basically the process where, the cooperative is put to bed. You're no longer a cooperative. But that's a process where a liquidator comes into play, where that liquidator, they assess what the assets are, and then you start to probably sell the assets off. You ensure that the members of the cooperative, they get what they have to get in terms of their share capital, get back their funds after you sell the assets. You ensure that creditors, those who the cooperative owes, they get what they have to get in terms of, managing the debt. You pay off people who you owe and so forth. And then when that is left, the registrar will decide what is done with the rest of the assets, whether it goes to another cooperative society or it goes to the community, right? So that's basically the process of the solution, where the cooperative no longer is a going concern, and it's basically put aside and we move on, right? So now today, what I intend for us to discuss is ways that cooperatives can avoid that process of dissolution, what they can do in terms of the operations to avoid that process of dissolution, because that we don't want any cooperative to be dissolved.
Right. Well, of course not.
Yeah. As a department, we are trying to make cooperatives thrive. We are trying to, expand the amount of cooperatives in our country. So that's what we try to do. So,
but quickly before you go, because you just open up a question for me. If it has to go to dissolution, then the liquidator comes in, sell the assets, ensure that creditors are paid, members get what is due to them, and all of that. Question: what if the assets are not enough, or you do not have the value then is not enough to ensure that creditors get paid, members get what is due to them in terms of what they put into it? Which direction do we go from here?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Normally, things work out in terms of selling of assets and so forth, but it can be a complicated process. It can be, right? So in that event, sometime a court may come into play to ensure that a fair dissolution process, ensues, right? What we hope for is that the process is very smooth. The liquidator comes. There are enough assets. The members get what they have to get in terms of their shares and so forth. The creditors get what they have to get, and everything works out smooth. Obviously, sometimes there are hiccups, and even past that, there are provisions in the act which I just pointed to, where the courts can step in and ensure that there is a fair and equitable dissolution process.
All right. So that is if. So, for example, if you have a case where the assets are not enough to satisfy everyone involved, or all the stakeholders, the court can say, all right, if you have 10, let's share the assets equally between the 10.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So,
all right. So, my purpose here today is to really speak on, we spoke about dissolution in extensively last week, is to really speak on how can a cooperative really avoid that? What can they do in terms of their operations? And one of the things they can do is in terms of their governance, right? The financial statements, the act, the Cooperative Society Act speaks to the fact that you need to remit that to the Department of Cooperatives, specifically to the registrar, on a monthly basis. Right? So they should remit those financial statements so that they can be in compliance with the Cooperative Society Act. If you don't do that, you open up yourself for a lot of scrutiny there. What are you hiding? Because in terms of finances, any business, cooperative or any other type of business, we speak into cooperatives specifically, transparency is king. It is very, very important. So ensure that your financial statements are remitted on a monthly basis, right? Adherence to cooperative principles. And we have about 7 cooperative principles that are used internationally as guidelines. One, the business, the cooperative must be open and voluntary, right? 2, there must be democratic control of that cooperative. So in other words, we have a one-man, one-vote system. So if myself and yourself and a few other people are in the cooperatives, I cannot dominate the cooperative per se, or you cannot dominate the cooperative. It is, a very democratic business model where there is one man, one vote, irrespective of how much money you have invested in that cooperative. Similar to a credit union. Yes, when you go to the AGMs with the credit unions, just because you have $100,000 in the credit union, that does not mean you have more say than somebody who has $100, right? So the democratic aspect of it, that's the second cooperative principle. Then you need to have economic participation, right, of the membership. Right, so it's not just a talk shop. You have to put your money where your mouth is in terms of purchasing shares and investing and so forth. Cooperatives are autonomous, right? So even though we are the regulators, we cannot tell them exactly what to do or how to do. We can only suggest and go by the law in terms of the extent that the law gives us some powers. But in principle, cooperatives are an autonomous body. Now, the other cooperative principle, you have to invest heavily in education and training, right? Then you have to have cooperation among cooperatives. It is a business model that does not really emphasize competition, but more about cooperation, as the name says, cooperative. And the 7th principle is the concern for community. So if there are violations of those principles, there could be problems. So for example, I spoke about the economic participation. If you don't, as a member, participate there, that could run the cooperative in a bit of trouble. if you have a lack of democracy within the cooperative, that could run the cooperative in a spot of trouble that could lead to dissolution and so forth. And then obviously the concern for community. So you cannot set up a cooperative, let's say you are dealing with tire sales, and then the old tires you just dispose of it anywhere, throw it out in the community. Water in the rainy season comes about, mosquito builds up and they multiply, and then the people at risk in the community for dengue and infections and so forth. So there must be concern for community there. So that's just a couple of the things within the cooperative principles that, if you really go against that or you contravene that could lead to possible dissolution. Now,
just before you go, Brian, so the 7 principles, I kind of get that it is heavy. It's very important.
It's important
that cooperatives, pay attention to that.
Yeah.
From the cooperative side, do you, let's say, monitor or do intermittent checks to ensure that these principles are abided by the cooperatives?
Of course we do, and that is why I spoke.
I asked because you said earlier they're autonomous and you can't tell them how to operate, but at least I'm thinking in terms of ensuring.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. It's so you're listening and you're thinking. So yes, they're autonomous. Because the members control what happens. But yet for all, they have a regulatory body. So our department deals primarily with non-financial cooperatives, right? And the Department of Cooperatives, we oversee, we are the regulator. But let us imagine, a credit union is also autonomous, right? But the cooperative league has some say in how things go. You have to operate by certain laws, certain regulations. So even though you're autonomous, you are not above the law. Right? So I hope that point is taken. So yes, there is autonomy, but then yet for all, our department, we go out, we normally assign a field officer to particular cooperatives around the island, because we have cooperatives even as far as PD Martinique, right? St. Patrick, St. George, all over the island, and they look at things, they help them, they suggest ways that things can improve. Yes? And so if we see things going in a particular direction, you say, hey, let us help you there, or please refrain from that approach. That will not be helpful to your sustainability.
Right. Excellent. Yeah. Well, no. I wanted to get that clear because as we spoke earlier, we did highlight some of the things that can cause a cooperative to go bad.
Yes.
And so yes, as the Department of Cooperative, I'm thinking here. Well, at least you have some kind of responsibility to monitor, to ensure that people don't go in the direction where you had to find receivership because the cooperative had to pay, right? You had to pay the receiver.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Lovely.
One way cooperatives can avoid dissolution is timely AGMs. And an AGM, for the listeners and the viewers, it's an annual general meeting. And in that, it is critically important because in there, the members get to decide what is the borrowing limit. How much can this cooperative borrow? The members get to assess the finances of the past year. So if we have an AGM in 2024, we assess what happened in 2023. How did we do? Did we make a profit? Did we make a surplus? What were our investment strategies, right? And when you do that, you're able to chart the way forward for the next year. Coming in terms of, okay, well, let's be correcting some of the shortfalls, some of the errors that we made to improve sustainability and improve our operations. And in that, you get a lot of engagement with the members. So they call the shots. The members are the highest decision makers in a cooperative. That must be understood. And so what we have seen over the past few years with cooperatives that have been dissolved, the members, they lose a certain say. Probably the board of directors who are elected, they don't engage them as much. So when you have the AGM and you have regular engagement with members, that would ensure that the wishes of the members, the needs of the members are put at the forefront, and therefore that will give the cooperative an opportunity to grow and be sustainable. A next way right? We are talking about a lot of ways here, Godfrey. The diversification of the income streams is very important for cooperatives to be sustainable and to avoid the dissolution or coming to a close or dying out as a cooperative. We have seen, for example, with the stronger cooperatives, let's say I'll give an example, a classic example, the Commercial Transport Enterprise Cooperative known as CTEC and the Morris Bishop Highway. They started off as a gas station. Right? They're almost 40 years old at this point in time. They are, in fact, our premier cooperative on island. They started off they pumping gas because it's taxi men. They go there, they get their service, they get the gas, and then, as a result of, patronizing that business, they still get surplus at the end of the day. But guess what? They didn't stick there. They expanded the cooperative to a higher level, right, by going to various services like a mini supermarket, right? So people can come and buy all sorts of food items, all sorts of a variety of items there. They even sell small tanks of gas and so forth. So apart from the gas for vehicles, they have cooking gas. So there are variety of there are car parts. There's an auto parts place there. I know you have been there. I've seen you there. And they have expanded to Canal Road in St. Andrew, right? So the business is going further. So the diversification of their revenue is very important, because we have seen that those who have been dissolved, they have stuck to one thing. They did not evolve to the market needs, and they just died out as a result of that. So that is very, very critical, diversification of income streams.
Right. Quick question, and of course, with all that diversifying and diversification, does the league monitor how all of these finances are spent to ensure that things are above board?
Yes, we do. I am representing the Department of Cooperatives, but the Grenada Cooperative League has a similar. We work in partnership, right? So the league and the department, they should be distinguished, but they do have similar roles. And obviously we must evaluate that, because in the said AGMs I spoke of, normally both the league and the department have representatives there, and making comments on the audited reports. Where you will have the financial statements being done by an auditor, and we can see exactly those statements are telling a story of how the cooperative was financially managed over the past year, and then we can make recommendations from there. More than likely, if the cooperative adheres or takes the advice of the league or the Department of Cooperatives, things normally go well. If they don't, and we have seen instances where it hasn't happened, they go down a rabbit hole, and then it's difficult to get out, and then it may lead to dissolution after a period in time.
Right, but this is very interesting. So you provide advice, right?
Yes.
In terms of how to keep things going and all of that. First question. These cooperatives, are there any fees that they have to pay to the Department of Cooperatives?
No.
There are no fees involved?
No.
All right, okay, good. So in terms of providing advice and guidance, let's say, for example, you have a cooperative who, decide, well, of course...
Before you go on, you speak of fees. So traditionally there are no fees, but there are instances, and the Act speaks to it, where the registrar of the Department of Cooperatives, who's the head of the department, can fine these non-financial cooperatives for non-compliance with certain parts of the Act.
Well, that's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
So not just you always pay a fee, but if you fall short in a particular area, the registrar has remit to fine that cooperative. It doesn't happen often, but yes, that exists in the Act.
That's where I was going, because I was thinking in terms of, okay, you have a department that is providing you with guidance to ensure that you do not get to dissolution and that you thrive and do well.
Right.
You fail to follow, you run into problems. Are there consequences?
Yeah, there are consequences.
Right.
Yeah. Because there must be structure with everything. Nothing there is absolutely nothing I know of that runs well without structure. Even carnival, where it's a free for all, it must have structure in it. You have a carnival body or whatever it is organizing things, and there's still rules and regulations for it to be done. So it's the same thing with cooperatives. You must have structure. You must have, I would say, penalties for going in the wrong direction to for you to have strict adherence to certain rules and so forth.
That can include imprisonment?
We have never gone there.
I'm just asking.
But obviously that is not necessarily the remit of the Department of Cooperatives, but it can happen because
if the department,
the courts can get involved. Yes, the courts can get involved because there is a certain scope that we have, and if things go beyond, obviously the courts can get involved, and the Act speaks to that happening.
On the recommendation of the league of the department.
Yes, the courts can get involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Well, this is great. Well, we've been chatting here, and look how fast the time is going. So I know you have a few more things.
So the cooperatives, the members and the board supposed to look at, what are the regulatory changes that are taking place around the cooperative movement? And we have seen that in the past year that we have a couple adjustments. Our minister led on that in the House of Parliament, where what we see now in terms of the books, and when I speak to the books, not directly to the financial statement, but things like the register of the members, like who the members are, who the board of directors are, that has to be open to the public now. If somebody wants to go in and see that, they can see who are the board of directors, who make up the composition of the overall members of the cooperative. That is open now. Transparency is always good with these things. And I believe there have been provisions made now for the registrar to suggest, in terms of the non-financial cooperatives, well, how are we going with distribution of surplus, allocation to different funds and things like that, to give more strength to the registrar in terms of how he or she guides the cooperatives to ensure financial health, right? So the cooperatives are supposed to be critically aware of the changes with the regulations and so forth. Risk management. The Act, those who crafted the Act spoke to different funds, development fund, pension fund, and very importantly, statutory reserves. And you would imagine what a statutory reserve is. It has provisions for a rainy day.
Right.
So in your life, in your personal life, I'm sure that you would have some savings. I would hope
it's
so.
Important.
But it goes also for businesses, just in case something happens like COVID. You were able to pay your staff for some time or continue the operations for some time. So on a yearly basis, based on what the cooperative makes in terms of surplus, a certain percentage should be allocated to the statutory reserves. And then also the statutory reserves can be used in the event of, okay, well, we don't want to borrow. We have borrowed so much already, and we obviously have to pay interest on loans and so forth. Let's avoid that and dip into our reserves to do this particular thing that we want to do to develop the cooperative. So there are development funds, which helps the members in terms of training and education and so forth. We have pension funds that can be created. The Act speaks to that, and the statutory reserve. So investment strategies are very, very important for the sustainability of non-financial cooperatives, right? And the last thing I want to speak to is the fact that cooperatives, they should not shy away from going to external agencies for assistance.
Right.
So, for example, you may have an internal auditor, but for the sake of the AGM, you will need a professional, accredited external auditor to look at the books and make sure all is well. In regards to the department and regards to the league, we do a lot of training with the different cooperatives. So over the past couple of months, we did lots of training, ranging from proposal writing to bookkeeping, to customer service, to marketing, to ensure that level of understanding and that level of what should I say, keeping up to the market is there, so that they can be nimble in regards to the market. Because the worst thing that can happen to any business is that you just remain stagnant and you don't understand what's going on with the market, or you don't. The market going and leave you, or you don't really improve the education of your management and staff. And this is where the league and the department comes in to assist in that vein. So those are some of the things that cooperatives can do to avoid the process of dissolution or business death, so to speak. We want to keep them alive.
Brian, I wish we could continue, but that's all the time we have. I thank you for spending that little time with us. I hope we can get to do this sometime again.
Of course.
But, thank you very much. And I think, folks, a lot of important information. Those of us who in business, I'm sure Brian and the rest of the team there will be happy to provide you with support and assistance that you may need to ensure the growth of your business. So thank you very much, Brian, and all the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That's all the time we have with the Department of Cooperatives this morning, folks. We take a short break. When we come back, more GBN Christmas. Stay with us.
We may not be able to help you bake the perfect ham, but we can help you with the groceries to try again. Get free groceries from Flow when you sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband. Plus, get a chance to win the grand prize of $10,000. Sign up in-store or online at discoverflow.co today. Terms and conditions apply. However you're Christmasing, Flow's got you covered.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account, and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store, or call 442-8602, 459-4325, or 416-8467 for further information.
Christmas is here, and this year, Real Value IGA Supermarket is bringing you a season of savings. From tasty hams, favorite fruits, and even bacon ingredients, we have everything you need to make this Christmas special without breaking the bank. Enjoy massive discounts on all your favorite items starting December 1st. Get the best deals on all your holiday favorites only at Real Value IGA Supermarket. But wait, that's not all. This year, Real Value IGA Supermarket is spreading holiday more cheer. Our loyal frequent shoppers will get a chance to win $500 in groceries every week until Christmas. Imagine what $500 in groceries can do for you this Christmas. More savings, more celebration, and more of everything you love. At Real Value IGA Supermarket, let's make your Christmas even brighter. This Christmas, come experience the joy of saving while you celebrate. The season of saving is upon us at Real Value IGA Supermarket, your go-to supermarket for everything Christmas.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Okay, welcome back, folks. Those of you just joining us, hey, we still have some time to have some fun. It's Christmas. Yes, indeed. Santa Claus is back with us. Let me tell you something. Now, she feel I don't know, but she kind of skedaddle out of here and try to keep me here. You understand? The kind of breaks. But I take it that I love spending time with you folks. I love having fun. We had a nice chat with Mr. Grimes from the Department of Cooperatives. All the great information. And now we back. You try to take on me.
You know, typical black people reaction. Typical black people reaction. I knew.
Wait, Rachel?
I knew.
Is that Maga?
I knew you weren't paying attention to the weeks of fantastic information that Brian Grimes has been sharing regarding the cooperatives. I knew you weren't. So I said, you know what? Godfrey is my friend, right? Godfrey is my friend, and Godfrey need to know about the opportunities that exist within the cooperatives in Grenada. So this morning, he's going to find out firsthand for himself. Look what I did for you. Instead of thanks, typical ungrateful black people behavior.
I just want to be a receiver.
Hello,
I want to be
look at I come back bearing gifts, Godfrey, man.
I want to be a receiver.
I bearing gifts. I bearing wine. I bearing punch and cream.
Give me the wine.
Graphics.
Yeah.
No.
Give me the wine. I want the wine.
I give externally.
So you say, baby, give me the wine.
That sound like
I want the wine.
That sound like a parang boy.
Do I give you the wine?
Give me the wine. I want the wine. That sound like a parang boy. I giving things externally. Me give nothing to nobody inside.
Janelle leave and go for a long time. Now she come with 2 bottles of wine. Anyway, let me.
And he buzz by stick.
I don't buzz by.
But he can't go more.
Just because I asked the girl for one, she sit down there and she get it none.
Oh God!
Listen to that.
Freestyle time.
Hello, folks. I have something. Well, we have a lot in the giveaway.
Yeah, real thing. It's Monday. It's Christmas. It's December. This is the first Monday in December, you know. 22.
Now let me tell you something. When you
December hot.
When you having one, listen. I need to talk to Graphix. How we talking to Graphix?
Graphix. I could see Graphix, but Graphix we in here, you know.
Well, what going on with Graphix?
I'm right here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Yeah, but I listen.
DJ outside.
Graphics. I feel. I was a little lost with the tech there, with the technology. Yeah, that's why I think I couldn't. I wasn't hooking up with you. Right. So what's the vibes?
Everything is good. You know, it's Christmas.
I'm talking to guys who are watching the glass and things up there.
Just watching on the screen.
I can start watching Graphix up to the glass. Yeah, Graphix, man. I've been following you, providing some real serious sparring. I didn't know you know all this sparring in Graphix. Where you know all this sparring?
I've been in the box. Remember, I've been playing music since I was 7 years old now.
Right.
Yeah, I know, you know.
But listen, about when you were 7 years old, parang didn't born yet?
Okay. Okay.
Let me tell you, Graphix is always say my all-time favorite DJ. You know? Graphix can play for everybody, every occasion. Graphix just know how to set the mood right. Graphix songs, you bad boy.
No, definitely. The baddest.
The baddest.
So Graphix, we have some things here. I wonder if you could see them, boy.
Yes,
yeah. We have a thing here. We have a something there. Janelle, I asked Janelle for the wine, but she want to give me the wine. Yeah. She said she'll give me the.
If you give me the whole parang, I would think about it. But you give me a piece of parang. When you give me a whole parang, but then parang extent, but you even mixing up thing for me.
No, I don't mix up nothing for you.
You're mixing up real thing for me. I ask you for a parang, you give me extempo.
You did not ask me for parang. I volunteered.
I asked you for parang earlier.
I volunteered.
For parang from Graphix.
No. I volunteered the parang. So here we're going on. Now, when you having this beautiful Christmas beverages, now you can't just put them in glass and just drink them. So you must have a nice little some napkins and so to. And I was showing them last time to tap the lips. You know, Jan. You understand?
Proper thing.
So if we're giving away drinks, then we had to give away something. You know, you must
some
have a nice
to make
napkin
sure they can.
Yeah, then you must have some paper towels in case a little thing spill. You know,
it probably will, because you'd want to have it stirred, and so chances are you'd have some spillage.
And you see the connection with our partners and all of that.
Yeah.
So
they complement they complement each other, and you could always make the linkages.
Oh, definitely.
If you go through, you can.
So I'll tell you what, folks, we time is going by so quickly. So let's give away something, and I won't give away something, and then we go just.
Listen, my producer gave me 10 questions. She said I had to answer all 10 questions. I said, no, baby, this is Christmas. Nobody answering 10 questions to get some. I ain't have seen my questions. I must be tear it up for real. And they plan to tear it up. And as Papa God would have it, I can't even see the 10 questions. Godfrey, ask them something easy because I want to make somebody smile this morning.
All right. So I have a question to ask about this nice bottle of Punch Creme. All right. And now listen to me carefully, please. Learn and listen to the instructions. Now, according to the label, according to the bottle, all right. And let me show you. You could see the bottle. You could see what you say about the ingredients there. All right.
Good.
Tell me how many ingredients, according to the label, is in this product. The number is 435-2041. Give me a call and we're going. According to the label,
right,
how many products are involved? What the ingredients? How many ingredients are involved in making this product? 435-2041. Let's go. You get it right, I give you that bottle of Punch Creme right now.
But that's how you just find out who really know how to make Punch Creme, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean,
standard Punch Creme.
Standard
Punch Creme.
That's
Let me see who really know how to make Punch Creme this morning.
Right. Everybody. 435-2041. That's the number. While we're waiting on them, let me tell you something. You have a little something. Graphix, I go drop something on you there.
All right. Well, yes. This is your boy Leon Caldero.
That's right.
Alongside the one and only Optimus. When you hear me and Optimus come together, you must know it's Christmas time again. Seriously. Listen. I woke up Christmas morning.
That's the man Leon Caldero. The number is 435-2041. Tell me how many ingredients are involved in making this bottle of Punch Creme. It's yours. We've got a caller on the line. Let's go to the telephone. GBN Christmas, good morning. How are you doing?
Okay.
Where are you calling us from?
Mount Morris.
Mount Morris in the building, west side.
I feel you called me yesterday, you know.
Yeah.
But I knew you called. I remember your voice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I write down your voice, you know.
You did?
Label it down.
Okay.
Tell me how many ingredients, now listen to me carefully. According to the label, how many ingredients are involved in this product? You have to name them, huh?
I have to name them?
Yeah, how many ingredients, and name them.
Okay, milk, nutmeg, liquor, rum or whatever it is, and cinnamon, plus the water.
Well, caller, sorry, that's not the correct answer, so you got to try again.
Okay.
All right, lovely. That's not the correct answer, Jan. We got to.
Could I participate?
You could participate. 435-2041. Note, folks, I said I counted. As a matter of fact, I hold up for all to see.
You're so fair. Yeah. You're so helpful.
I'm definitely always see. Look, watch it. Look at it mark right there, so right. You see here, so right.
You're so helpful.
Yeah. I mean, now you tell me. 435-2041. That's the number you can call.
But I like the recipe that caller from Morris gave me. She sounded as if she could make a nice Punch Creme.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the telephone. GBN Christmas. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you doing? And I hold up for you to see. There we go.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, you can see?
Huh?
You see in the bottle or you on radio? You on classic or you on TV?
On radio.
Oh, well, you can't see. So tell me, according to the label, right? how many ingredients and name them.
Well, I could name them first.
Yeah, you could name them first.
All right. Rum, egg, ginger, spice, and...
Okay, caller.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. My advice here is to call back and try again. You're on the right track. Okay, let me go. 435. No, that question real hard, you know, John. That's a real hard question. Let's go back to the telephone. GBN Christmas, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Where are you calling us from?
Tempe.
Tempe. I have a feeling Tempe go in that
You
point.
feel Tempe people could make budget cream?
So you're on radio or you're on TV? Which way are you watching us? Radio or TV?
TV.
You're on TV. So let me tell you, I got a nice fella holding up the bottle for you to see the label. And tell me the ingredients, how many, and the ingredients that involved in making that product. And you can see the bottle?
No, I can't.
You can see the bottle?
No, I can't.
I had the bottle up there.
I can't.
You can see the label?
No.
Hold on, make a try. Make a guess. There we go.
Milk. Milk.
Say again?
Milk. Alcohol. Rum. What is it?
Hold on, you sort of broke up there a bit. Let's just start over. I missed some of what you said. So let's start over.
Milk. Egg. Alcohol. Nutmeg. Well.
Are you sure on that?
Well, I mean, that is the caller.
How many ingredients? Caller, how many ingredients you're listing there?
I listed nutmeg.
So she said
the connection is so
nutmeg, egg,
milk, and alcohol. Yes.
Okay.
You're close.
Yeah, you're real close, but
you're closest so far.
Try again, caller. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no problem at all. Yeah.
That's
We're going.
She's giving us there. She's very close. Almost at giveaway point.
Let's go back to the telephone. GBN Christmas, good morning.
Good morning.
How you do?
I'm good.
Can you turn the volume of your radio or your TV down, whichever one that you're listening to? Just turn it down a little bit. And listen to us on your telephone.
Yeah, I'm calling to the ingredients.
Right, yeah, so tell me, where are you calling from?
River Road.
Where are you calling from?
River Road.
River Road, all right, yeah, so tell us the ingredients.
River Road.
Right, tell us the ingredients.
Egg, rum, and milk.
Just that three?
Rum and milk, according to the ingredients on the bottle. Egg, rum, and milk.
Egg, rum, and milk.
You see that caller? You see that caller? Let me tell you something, eh?
Share 2020.
Caller. Me and you ain't go saddle well for Christmas, eh? Because, you want to know why? Because you have a bottle in your house. That is how you know. That is how you know. Anyway, you're well win. So stay on the.
I'm drinking it.
Well, so hold on now. So let's make a deal now. So what about we give somebody else the price? Or you really like it? You like it bad or?
Nah, I like it.
You like it real bad?
Yeah, I'm drinking the bottle one now. Yeah.
All right, stay on the line, caller. Congratulations, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, yes, indeed. Boy, Jan, there is absolutely no doubt that the caller
has one in her house?
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
Man, big up Sonia's punch the creme. Punch the creme.
Definitely. John, time going, so what we going to do?
Time is actually gone. We need to vacate the studio. We have midday.
Yes, we have news. So folks, listen, I grant you tomorrow we're going to give away a paper product hamper and a bottle of wine. Guarantee you that. But we out of time at this point. So, Graphix, any final thing you want to tell the people before we head out?
The folks just got to stay to the network and just be on the safe side for today. It's the second day of December, so be safe, everyone.
Thank you, Graphix.
Onto the vibe. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Jen.
Yeah, I mean, the week is just starting. The month is just starting. It's only going to get better. There's one place you need to be every day, Monday to Friday. We're right here on the Mid-Morning Magic, 10 to 12. We want to say thank you to all our sponsors, all our partners, Ace Hardware, Floor, Grenada Duty Free, Real Value IGA Supermarket, Country Cold Store, Granville Credit Union, Real Value IGA Supermarket, our partners who are providing gifts. We're talking about Rams, Trading on the Lane, Voyager, and all our partners who are coming together to make sure we have a fantastic season. Don't forget, once you shop with our partners for the season, great way, you can win up to $30,000 combined from our various partners this season. So stay with us. We have a lot of giveaways, Godfrey. We have products from Banfields coming up later on in the week. I mean, things for the house, for the family, for you, for everybody. Everybody's involved. Everybody's included. So stay with us if you want to get the best deals, if you want to get prizes, if you want to have fun. You're on the right network.
Thank you, Jen. Well, folks, so that's it for me. It was a pleasure being here, keeping the guys company. That's just a one-off.
So we see.
Listen,
back tomorrow.
I turn off my phone as soon as I step out of the studio, and if Janelle call, as a matter of fact, I'm blocking her. So when she called me, she ain't gonna get nothing. But it was a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for staying with us. Congratulations to a winner. Folks in River Road, hey, enjoy the rest of the day. We'll leave you with this one. And don't forget, join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock, and also next Sunday, Yuletide. Hey, it's Christmas at GBN.